What is up, YouTube? Joe Wager here. Today we are doing a cooking show. I'm showing you guys my meal prep. By the way, this changes very often. Every few months I'll change up what I'm eating. I try to make food that I can eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner that tastes good, is healthy, is meeting all of my nutritional needs, vitamins, minerals, macronutrients, enough protein, carbs, fats. Almost like dog food. Dog food people, manufacturers, they try to make something that a dog can eat every day and that is healthy. You might not be a dog, but if you eat something that meets all of those criteria for every meal, you can eat it every day, especially if it tastes good. So I'm gonna be showing you what I've been eating for, I've probably been eating this since probably before May. This is what I've been eating, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, unless I'm going out with the boys or the woman and getting dinner, a little cheat meal. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get to it. Guys, number one thing, wash your hands before you do this. Wash those hands. First things first, let's walk through all of our ingredients. I have 2.5 pounds of ground turkey breast, 2.25 pounds of ground beef, this much broccoli, that much spinach. Unfortunately, I already used this, but here's the wrapper, just jasmine rice. I already have it in the rice cooker, don't worry, I'll get to that. We got about 60 eggs, but I'm only gonna use about 40. Then I have 5 of these little things. They're frozen, sorry, but I think they're like $1 or $2 a piece. We have Irish butter, which is milk from Irish grass-fed cows. It's a lot healthier than normal butter. And then we have extra virgin olive oil. Guys, if you're using vegetable oil, throw that crap away, man. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not here to give you nutritional advice, but don't use garbage to make your food, and don't eat garbage, okay? We'll get on to that later, but this is everything. Let's get started on the process. So first thing I've done, I've melted this entire thing of Irish butter into my enormous coffee mug that says, "I am the big dog daddy." That's awesome. What I've done is I've melted it, and what I'm doing is I'm pouring it into my thing of jasmine rice. Last week I used 4 bags of this, which was a huge mistake. I was only supposed to use about 2. It was way too much rice and it was bad. So this week we're only using 2 bags. We'll put in a rice cooker. All you're gonna do is, I like to use the brown rice function. It just takes a little longer to cook. Make sure it's cooked up good. Then we're gonna put all of our Irish butter. I know it's a lot, but it's spread out through several days, so it's not like I'm drinking butter. Then we're gonna add water. I'm adding a bunch of water. I like the 1-to-3 ratio of rice to water. I like my rice nice and mushy, but not too mushy. So I'm filling this up with, I don't know, I'm kind of eyeballing it to be honest, but a lot of water. I'm gonna mix it up real good, get all the stuff that's caked on the bottom, get it off of the bottom so it's freed up. Sometimes I will season my rice. There's a lot of butter in there though, so there's not a lot of need to. I have a little bit of soy sauce I do like to add though. Add some taste, add some color, and some sodium, which is bad and good. You need some sodium. By the way, quick tip. When you guys put salt in your food, try to use iodized salt or sea salt. That's not sea salt, it's just iodized. You can go down the rabbit hole of research with that, but don't use crappy salt. After the rice is in the cooker, I'm gonna go ahead and get the beast out. Guys, this is the beast. Just a giant aluminum thing I got from Sam's Club. I use this and I do clean it after and before using every time, just in case she collects some dust. All of this is for is putting all the collective cooked ingredients into. When I'm done, I throw them in there, put the lid on, keep them warm. Then when I'm done, I mix it all together and I make my dog food. So I will be adding things to this. That's the beast. Alrighty guys, rice is on the cooker. Next thing I'm doing, I'm just gonna gradually cook these bags of frozen vegetables. I know some of you might cringe. Most of my vegetables are not frozen, but these are just awesome because you got carrots, peas, green beans, corn. I know not all of those are very nutrient dense, but it's a solid source of carbs. It's also a good filler. If you're trying to lose weight, this stuff can be great to fill your food with, just because it's food. It's not bad. It's not very calorie dense, and it fills up your food. So that's a good way to lose weight. It's also a great way to just stay healthy, get a few extra nutrients. But again, there's not a lot of nutrient dense matter in those. So tossing those in the microwave for a long time. Then it's time to cook our turkey and beef. Now, as I mentioned, I'm using virgin olive oil, extra virgin. Tossing it in there, covering those pans. You can never have enough olive oil because it's not really bad for you. Also a great source of fat. Fat is usually the energy you're using when you're not doing anything or sitting around. Again, I'm not a dietitian, so don't take my eating advice, but it's a great thing having your diet. I believe back in the day, the Mediterranean diet, sailors would drink a cup of olive oil every day in the morning. Getting some good calories, and it's healthy, but I'm not going off on a spiel on olive oil today. So get the pans ready, and then I simply just plop on our meat. Plop. 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 Good. That's all I have to do, guys. I'm just kidding. Grabbing a spatula, chopping them up, and letting them cook as I chop them up. Don't just let it sit there. Keep moving the food around. Keep chopping it up. Cook it evenly. This is going to be in the fridge for a few days, so it is better to overcook the food than undercook it. Why is this like that? So make sure your food is fully cooked. Yeah, keep it moving around, and I'll be back with an update. Almost forgot the most important part. Season your food. Seasoning is one of the most important things because it's going to make your diet sustainable. If your food tastes like crap every day, you're going to lose appetite, you're going to make yourself sick, your brain is going to say, oh, I don't want to touch that ever again. If you make it taste good, it's like a treat every day. So learn how to season your food, try new things. I got roommates, or a roommate, who is pretty seasoned chef, I'll say, who have introduced me to a lot of new kinds of seasonings. Shout out to Kaya, it's my boy. Usually I'll add seasoning at the end when it's in the beast, the big container. I'll throw all the seasoning in there and then mix it up. But for this stuff, I do like to throw some seasoning on there because it kind of smells like garbage when it's cooking. So a little bit of seasoning helps. This is a Badia, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's pretty good. I just started using it, hopped on the train a few weeks ago. Usually I will use, what is it, Tony Thatcher's, it's Tony something, that Cajun seasoning. Right now all we got is Slap Ya Mama seasoning. Same thing pretty much. Don't quote me on that though. I'll go through the rest of the seasoning at the end of the video. One thing I wanted to bring up is, what was it? I feel like someone's gonna ask, are you tracking all this? Are you tracking your macronutrients, your calories? Answer is no. I'm totally just eyeballing it. Like I said, I change this ever so slightly each week. So like last week I had a little too much rice, so this week I'm going light on the rice. They're like, how do you know how many calories you're eating? How do you know you're eating enough protein? I really don't. I'm kind of just have a feel for things, and I think I've got it down pretty well. For example, all my protein, I've got all of this turkey, beef. I have 40 eggs. That's pretty good. By the way, this is going to make me about 10 to 15 meals, which will last me 4 to 5 days, usually 3 to 4 days. Usually I'll finish everything up in like 4 days. Macronutrients. You got all the beef, all the eggs making up a protein. Carbs are coming from all that broccoli, all the spinach, all the other vegetables. What else? Oh, the rice, main source of carbs, and plenty of fat. I'm real big on fat intake. You see I have loads of olive oil. I use all the fat from this ground beef and turkey, as well as the fat that's in the butter. I love to have fat in the diet. It makes the food taste good. It's good for you. Your body needs it. And guys, if you're like, oh, I want to take steroids, having enough fat in your system, like good healthy fats, is going to definitely enhance testosterone production. So consider fixing up your diet before you hop on SARMs and give up your natural career. But yeah, that's it on macronutrients, and I will update you guys as this goes along. Now, I've actually never discussed this before, but I feel like someone might ask it. Maybe no one will, but it's something worth discussing. Body weight. Gaining weight, losing weight. Me personally, I have been up and down. I came into college weighing about 210 pounds maybe. I was pretty skinny coming in. I got up to 260 pounds my freshman year. Freshman 50 for me. I realized I was a fat lard, and then I lost all of it. I've gotten back down in the 220s a few times. This season, I tried something new. Maybe not the best idea. I tried losing weight during the season. It worked really well. I lost a lot of weight. I was looking good. I was feeling good. I was very quick, but my strength dropped during the season. That's not something I was happy with. Lesson learned. Now, as for right now, my season is over. I am getting ready for next season. I'm excited. I'm trying to put on a few pounds. I've gotten down to 225. I might have gotten to 219. I've gotten down to 225 though for sure in the past few weeks, and I decided, hey, I think I want to beef up a little bit, get not too fat. Definitely don't want to be fat ever again, but I want to put my strength up. So I'm gonna gain a few pounds. This is what I've been eating. I have been eating something different for. I have like a midday meal, and I'll take you guys through another cooking video for that. But pretty simply, sometimes after lunch or before a workout, I will cook up, or not cook up. I'll take with me to work some. Let's say after work, after lunch or before a workout, I will eat some oatmeal with a bunch of raisins, lots of raisins in my oatmeal, paired with a big, thick, juicy protein shake. And I usually don't eat protein shakes. I haven't had protein shakes since freshman year of college. That's almost 5 years ago. I have a secret ingredient that is just a game changer in my protein shakes. So I'll walk you guys through that in another video, or maybe at the end of this video. But yeah, other than that, this and my protein shakes, my oatmeal, that's all I eat. Oh, there is one more thing. Just gonna say, whole milk is pretty baller. Top 10 best things ever invented. I drink it like it's water, especially when I'm trying to gain weight. If I'm losing weight, I will not drink any milk at all. But whole milk, I use it with my protein shake. I drink it with breakfast and dinner, and I drink it when I'm thirsty. Cheers, bruh. That's right. All the fat from that beef is going in there. Nothing wasted. All right, guys. Beef and turkey is all cooked up. Pans are empty. Filled them back up with olive oil. Now we cook the eggs. 20 in each pan. When you have that much eggs, it's very easy. The bottom will cook and the top will stay uncooked. You have to mix them around continuously. So that's a good way to save time. I used to just do like 10 eggs at a time and it would take forever. Especially when I used to cook stuff that would have 60 eggs in it and it would just take like an hour to make all the eggs. So 20 eggs each pan, 40 total. Mix them up the whole time as you go. By the way, I am a professional egg cracker. Watch this. I just know someone is gonna say, hey, egg yolks are bad for you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but science has continued and has helped us discover that that is not really the case. You can totally eat egg yolks. The cholesterol in them is not a bad cholesterol. Again, I'm not a dietitian, so this is all craziness that's coming out of my mouth. You don't have to listen to it, but you can eat a lot of egg yolks, and you'll be fine. In fact, most of the nutrients in an egg are in the egg yolk. It is true, most of the protein is in the egg white. I believe if an egg is 6 grams of protein, it's 5 of it is in the white. One of those grams is in the egg yolk. So when I eat boiled eggs, I throw the egg yolk. That stuff tastes horrible. But when I'm eating whole eggs, I leave the egg yolk in, and it's super nummy. So yeah, eat your egg yolks, guys. Don't be a baby. By the way, if you're like, I can't eat the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know what? That tells me 2 things. Number 1, your cooking sucks. Number 2, you're a little sissy boy. So suck it up, eat your dog food. And actually, a good piece of actual constructive advice, you do get used to it. You know, like I said, if it tastes good, you kind of stop craving other food. Of course I have cravings. Everyone has cravings. But they're not as strong when you only give yourself. It helps when you live by yourself or not with your family. You can go to the store, be disciplined with what you buy. Don't buy crap. Buy what you need, only what you need on a list. You come home, all you have access to is this. So you're like, okay, I'll eat that. It helps when you don't put yourself in front of junk food. Yeah, that's really it. Like, if you put me in a house with a bunch of candy and donuts, I don't have an iron willpower. I'm not David Goggins of food, but I would eat all the donuts, all the candy. In fact, I'm currently pursuing a career of professional donut eating. I'm breaking the record next year, guys. Joey Chestnut, I'm coming for you, buddy. Watch it. Random tip for you guys. This is one that I have. You'll get it. If you're trying to gain weight, you know, everyone likes cutting season, bulking season. I myself will try to bulk during different times of year. I just started my bulk. If you're gonna start bulking, don't just go. Try to do what the bros would call a clean bulk. Try to gain 1 pound a week. Try to gain 1 pound a week instead of 10 pounds your first week. I have been guilty of making that mistake so many times. I will be like, all right, it's bulking season, let's get huge. And I'll just eat my heart out for the first week, and then I'm chubby. 1% of the weight I gained is actually muscle. Of course, the muscles fill up with stuff when you eat more, so not all of it is bad. But what I'm trying to say is, when you try to gain weight, go for 1 pound a week. That's That's 50 pounds a year. It's really easy to gain more than 1 pound a week. So if you're trying to do more than that, gaining 1.5 pound a week for the first month or so is going to be pretty easy for most of you guys, depending on how you eat and how you train. Remember, if you're just eating more and you're not, if you're gonna bulk, you have to go crazy in the weight room too. You should always go crazy in the weight room, but give your body a reason to grow. If you just start eating more and your body's already comfortable with how it functions, it's not gonna put on any lean muscle mass for you. It's just gonna store it. So give your body a reason to put on more muscle mass. Make your workouts something that tells your body, hey, we're not equipped for this. We need to stock up. We need to put on some more muscle mass. We need to get stronger. If you go in there and you do the same weight every day, your body has no reason to respond by getting stronger or larger. Remember that the stimulus, yeah, I mean, this isn't a TED Talk about working out, but that's science. Progressive overload. Do something new every day. Step out of your mental and physical comfort zone every workout. If not, the workout gives you very little reason, gives your body very little reason to respond with performance enhancing adaptations. Remember that. Yeah, my pans are doing too hot. I need some new pans. You know, I've been eating all that Teflon. That's hot. That's pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. I got soft hands, brother. Soft hands. Embarrassing me. Alright, gonna toss this one in the microwave. Guys, the rice is done. Let's pour it in with my little oven mitts. That's a towel. Trust me, I've done this 1,000 times. Tossing in some veggies, steamy hot, off the lid. Right now I'm cleaning the spinach. Fun fact, I don't cook the spinach. I used to, but I kind of like the texture of leaves in my food. So I'm rinsing it off with water, trying to get it clean. Quick tip, and I'm not gonna tell you why I do this because I don't need to. Don't dump the whole thing in there. Maybe go through, grab chunks of spinach and throw them in there. Just because you never know what might be lurking around in your spinach. I think that's all that needs to be said there. So there. Rinsing that out. Right. It's okay if there's some water in there. Fun fact, humans actually drink water, so it's totally cool to have some in your food. So, spinach is clean, and I am going to go through and carefully put all the spinach in there. And if anything tries to sneak its way into my food, I'm gonna try to catch it and make sure it doesn't make its way into my food. So, yep. Fun fact, when you have crappy pans that have a bunch of eggs that stick on them, put some water in the pan, put it back on the burner, super low, let it steam up for 30 minutes, and it just falls right off. You don't have to worry about scraping it or anything. I reset the steam to another 10 minutes, and then I throw in the last of our broccoli. After this broccoli is done cooking, everything will be cooked. I will season, mix, and we're done. Alrighty guys, home stretch. We got our broccoli all steamed up, ready to go. I'm gonna toss it in, boom, and we're ready to season. Before I season this, I'm gonna mix it up just a little bit, so I'm not just seasoning a pile of broccoli. Maybe the seasoning will attach to different foods better. So I'm gonna get some rice and some eggs up on the surface. And if you give me a sec, I'm gonna make it so you can see in here a little better. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw in a rambunctious pile of seasoning. I don't really have a plan for what I season. I just look in the cabinet, I'm like, oh, that looks good, this looks good, and I toss it on there. Only thing I'm really careful with is how much salt I put in here. I already got some salty butter, the salt from the soy sauce, as well as the salt that is in this, and I'm assuming the Badia has salt in it. So I'm careful with that. I am going to put in some iodized salt though. I usually just eyeball it, and a tip from my mom is to, instead of pouring it in there, pour it out on your hands first. How much you think is good. That's probably good. And then sprinkle it in. Do not want to do too much. That's good. So we got our salt. Let's go black pepper, of course. Quite a bit. Let's make her kind of spicy. A little bit of twang. That's good. And then some granulated onion powder. Don't need a whole lot of this. It doesn't really add that much flavor. I just throw it in there because it seems like it fits in there. Next, we're gonna put some cayenne. This is what will give her a little bit of kick, a little bit of spiciness, not too much. Gotta be careful with this stuff because it will knock you out. So just eyeballing it. That should be good. Next, we got our, let me adjust this. Next, we're gonna go with our Badia, whatever it's called. Not too much because I already used a bunch on the meat. Next, one of our most important ingredients is Slap Ya Mama, or I'm pretty sure it's Tony Thatcher, Tony something. Their Cajun seasoning is bussin'. You can put in a bunch of this, give her some personality, you know what I mean? Then, what do we have next? That's the secret. Not really. I actually put honey in almost everything I meal prep. It just adds a lot. You can put in a lot of honey. So go ahead, give her some love. Oh yeah. And top it off. Don't make a mess. See those moves. All right, what did I miss? I don't think I missed anything. Let me look in the cabinet real quick. Ooh. Some kicking chicken. Let's try it. That's a lot. Get it. All right. That will be good. And I'm gonna go ahead and stir it up. I'm gonna put this on time lapse or something. All right. Once I've done maybe 40% of mixing, I'm gonna cap her up. Check this out. This is where it gets nasty. Get a firm grip. You don't want to lose any food. A few rice grains. Oh yeah, check it out, guys. I know some of you guys are probably, thinking that this is disgusting looking. It totally does look disgusting, but it is good food. So you got the chunks of spinach in there. They kind of melt together with everything. Decent amount of rice. This one has significantly less rice than my last few batches, just because I felt like I had quite a bit of rice in there. So this one's a little lower in carbs. Yeah. Secret tip for making this taste good, if the seasoning isn't enough. It honestly is, but obviously for anyone after a while, it's gonna get a little boring. Barbecue sauce. We got sweet Vidalia onion. We got honey chipotle. We got honey barbecue. We got sweet golden mustard, and garlic buffalo wing sauce. And I had the original. I think I ran out of the Sweet Baby Ray's original, but try some new stuff. Shoot, you put like Taco Bell sauce on there, anything would be good. But that usually helps a lot. Sometimes I eat these cold. Barbecue sauce helps out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. A few more things I forgot to add. Number one, if you're gonna be doing stuff like this, you should probably find a good multivitamin that's gonna make sure you're really getting everything. There's many out there. Do your own research. Second, this ended up making me 13 meals, which is expected. Usually I get 15, but I cut back on the rice this time, so there's a lot of empty space. 13 meals. What else? I can't think of anything else, but thank you for watching, guys. It'll get you this will get me probably 15 meal prep containers. Here's what I use. I have a bunch of these. 3 compartment. They don't look, they're not big, but they hold a lot of food. You'd have to be an enormous man to fill them all the way up and eat one and not be full a little bit. So usually those will fill me up. I don't even fill them to the top, usually just to the brim, and they will. Sometimes I'm sitting there suffering, trying to put every last bite in my mouth. But that's it, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. If you have questions, ask in the comments, DM me on Instagram. I'm also going to be coming out with the videos soon of like making a protein shake or something, or a different kind of meal. But thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.